Hello, hello, dear friends. Greeting from Samara. My name is Lada.
Hello, dear friends. My name is Masha, and we are happy to see you here.
Yep. And before we start, we'd like to notify you that you have an opportunity to ask any questions in the comments and write your impressions.
Lada, I always wanted to ask you if you want to travel into space, or maybe do you want to be a cosmonaut?
Well, it's a kind of intriguing question, actually. I think it's a great chance to see our planet from the other side. I've always been excited when I saw some photos of Earth, stars, planets, and so on. So I think it's so romantic. And by the way, Masha, probably it's time to announce the topic of our presentation.
Sure. So, Samara is the space capital of Russia. And I hope that you, our dear viewers, you will be ready and you want to know more about space, Samara University, that made a great contribution to our space industry.
Whoa. Please stop there.
Okay, so let's prepare for our journey, and please, dear friends, be active in YouTube and send emoji in our comments if you are ready.
Ready, steady,
go!
So hello everyone, we're so happy to see all of your comments there, and we're about to start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the space journey. Today we're going to cover some meaningful points of space exploration by humans. I suggest you make our journey entertaining, so I'm going to ask you some simple and tricky questions about space exploration. And I have a special gift for the winner of this game. The team of International Schools of Samara University will be pleased to send you postcards, stickers, letters with wishes, souvenirs, and other nice gifts. So you show your best and give the right answers for the question as soon as possible. So it's one of the prizes. So what you should do? You see that there is a website called menti.com. You see it on the top, yes, on the top of the presentation. So you should to follow this website, menti.com. When you will be on this website, there will be just a need for you to type the code. And the code is also on the top of the presentation. It's 32978497. It's just a simple code. So all of you need to do to win a prize, it's just go to the website, menti.com. You can see the name of the website on the top. And then just use the code 32978497. Yes, please just follow this website. And when you're just going to join us, yes, I see that there is one viewer is already with us, two people. All right, we will be waiting. So during my presentation, you will see some questions there. So the fastest who will go to be the first one who is going to answer the right question, you will give more points. That's the key thing. So we're still waiting for other people when you will join, because it's not a competition between just two people, right? Maybe many other guys will be pleased to join us. Maybe even our team will be pleased to join this questionnaire. All right. We're waiting for the people. Oh, and thanks for your likes. I see that you're sending emojis. It's so great, actually. All right. We're waiting when other people will join us. Don't you want to win a prize? Follow menti.com and then just use the code 3297. Do you have any problems with connection? If so, you can just type in the chat, and maybe we will be pleased try to answer all of your questions. Menti.com and the code 32978497. Oh, there's already 3 people with us. Fine, the competition is going to be more fascinating. It's awesome. All right, and maybe when we are just waiting, 4 people, all right. Maybe when we are just waiting, we're about a little bit to start. So humans, they're always curious about things that surrounding us, like grass, sea, mountains, deserts, sky. And we love to enjoy the sunsets and sunrises, watch the night sky, and discover constellations. Look for the change in its positions of celestial bodies and behold the clouds and stars. Our universe is awesome, and humans have always wanted to discover the sky and perceive the nature of space. So we are coming closer. Не переключается. We are coming closer to the first question. I think you're ready. All right, I see that. Oh, ладно. Well, the question, there are 7 participants. 7 participants are going to compete, right? Maybe we should wait for others. Follow menti.com website and then use the code on the top of the presentation, 32978497. Oh, 8 people in the competition. That's great. 9 people in the competition. All right, it's getting more interesting. So the questions will be about the space, but I think it's just a simple one. It's just a simple question. And the first question is coming, 10 people. Follow menti.com and use the code on the top, 32978497. 10 people. So I think it's time to start, if nobody don't mind. Yes, I think we can start. Oh, 11 people. Okay, yes. The question number 1. What is the name of a natural science that studies celestial objects and phenomena? It uses mathematics, physics, and chemistry in order to explain their origin and evolution. So what is the name of this science? And many people know this science just for discover the clouds and the stars. We're just looking, yes, to the sky, and what do you discover? What is the name of this science? What is the name of this science? And 3, 2, 1, time's up. Astronomy, biological, astronomics. The correct answer is astronomy. Yes, that's it. And we have at least 1 right answer. Great, congratulations. I think we will go further. Yeah, I see that there is more than just 1 answer. Не переключается опять. All right. So I think yes. Who is going to be the winner? Magical Reno, Nemo, D, and Dea. Congrats, guys. Congrats. There's going to be a nice competition. Yes, that's nice. It's astronomy. Astronomy is one of the oldest natural sciences, and the early civilizations in recorded history made methodical observations of the night sky. These include the Greeks, Indians, Egyptians, and other nations. So in the past, astronomy included disciplines as diverse as astrometry, just celestial navigation, observation, astronomy, and so on. Objects of astronomy's interest include planets, moons, stars, nebulae, galaxies, and comets. So relevant phenomena include supernova explosions, gamma ray bursts, quasars, blazars, pulsars, cosmic microwave background radiation, and more generally, astronomy studies everything that originates beyond Earth's atmosphere. So that's it. And we are ready for the question number 2. Yes, the question number 2. All right. This scientist first proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system. What is his name? You also can see the picture. This scientist first proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system. What is his name? He's Polish one, actually. We're waiting for the results. 3 people already answered, 6 people already answered. Great. And what about others? You have 30 seconds for the answer. 7 people, 8, 9. All right, time is over. What's the answer? It's Nicolaus Copernicus, right? Yes, I see that there is one right question, full right question. All right, we can go further. And what are the results? Whoa, Tabita, congrats. It seems that you are going to be on the first place right now. Wow, that's great. All right. During the Renaissance time, Nicolaus Copernicus proposed a heliocentric model of the solar system. He was a Renaissance polymath, active as a mathematician, astronomer, and Catholic canon who formulated a model of the universe that placed the Sun rather than Earth as its center. His work was defended by Galileo Galilei and expanded upon by Johannes Kepler. Kepler was the first to devise a system that correctly described the details of the motion of the planets just around the Sun. However, Kepler did not succeed in formulating a theory behind the laws that he just wrote down. It was Isaac Newton, with his invention of celestial dynamics and his law of gravitation, who finally explained the motions of the planets. Newton also developed the reflecting telescope. Yes, that's it. And during the 18th, 19th centuries, the study of the three-body problem by Leonard Euler, Alexis Claude Clairaut, and Jean-Léron Delambre led to more accurate predictions about the motions of the moon and planets. And we're ready for the question number 3, I guess so. Yes? I think it will be a simple question. We're ready? Let's go. What is the name of our galaxy? What is the name of our galaxy? We're waiting for the results. There's also the name of the chocolate, actually. What is the name of our galaxy? You have 15 seconds. 7 people already answered. Wow, great. Congrats, guys. And 5 seconds. And what is the right question? What is the right answer? Time is over. It's Milky Way. The correct answer is Milky Way. And, whoa, we have more than one right answer. Congrats. Let's see who is the leader right now. And who is the leader in this competition, in this race? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's getting more interesting and more intriguing. Christopher, congrats to Christopher. You have 699 points. Congrats to you. Congrats to Tabita Tiger. And I wish good luck to other participants. There will be just a kind of tricky and simple questions. So this was one of the simple questions, actually. So the Milky Way is a broad spiral galaxy with an estimated visible diameter of like 100,000 and 200,000 light years. Yes, light years. The existence, actually, of the Earth galaxy, the Milky Way, as its own group of stars was only proved in the last century, in the 20th century, along with the existence of external galaxies. The observed recession of those galaxies led to the discovery of the expansion of the universe. So we're going, the next slide, please. And space flight, like space travels, it is one of the most classic themes of science fiction. The next slide. The journey to the moon becomes the theme of such works that preceded science fiction as Cyrano de Bergerac's Another World or Francis Godwin's Man on the Moon. Already by means of science fiction, the idea of flying to the moon, was continued by Jules Verne, From the Earth to the Moon, and Herbert Wells, The First Man in the Moon. The end of 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century is classified as an industrialization. At this time, there were many great inventions, and I'm pretty sure that you know many of them: phonograph, radio, typewriter, petrol engine, aircraft, automobiles, cinematography, and others and others. People started to invent stuff that makes our life much easier. But people are curious, and they stayed curious about the space, the sky and the space. So we are going to the question number 4. Are you ready? I hope so. What is called the theory and practice of travel beyond Earth's atmosphere into outer space? Spaceflight is one of its main applications. I will give you a hint. It starts with astro. Astro what? Or cosmo. Cosmo what? Astro what? Cosmo what? All right, 10 seconds. All right, time is over. And the right question is astronautics, cosmonautics. Yes, that's it. All right, there is the leaderboard, and then we're going view them. We're getting closer and closer to cosmonautics itself, and the end of the 19th and the beginning of the 20th century were marked by the works of the pioneers of cosmonautics. Tsiolkovsky, Sander, следующий, Obert, Goddard, and many others. Here on this slide you can see some main facts about these great scientists. For instance, Tsiolkovsky, who was the first to solve the problem of landing a spacecraft on the surface of planets devoid of atmosphere, or Sander, he was one of the creators of the first Soviet liquid-fueled rocket even. And like Shane, Amburtsamyan, Keldysh, and others. In theoretically justified the use of rockets as the main means for space flights, the use of liquid rocket engines as having a significantly greater specific impulse than just traditional Porter rocket engines, and the need for multi-stage rockets that we still use right now. The issues of flight support in space, the impact of overloads and weightlessness on humans were studied during that time. In the 1920s till 1930s, the first experimental liquid-fueled rockets were created, and a significant progress was the creation of the V2 rocket, first launched during the World War II in 1942, which was not only much larger than its predecessors, but also had a guidance system. And the first successful orbit launch was of the Soviet uncrewed Sputnik 1 mission on the 4th of October of 1957. Analysis of the radio signals was used to gather information about the electron density of the ionosphere, while temperatures and pressures data was encoded in the duration of radio beeps. So the results indicated into the satellite was not punctured by a meteorite. Initially, the race for space was often led by Sergei Korolev, whose legacy included both the R-7 and Soyuz, which remain in service to this day. So Korolev was the mastermind behind the first satellite, first man and the first woman in orbit, and the first spacewalk. Until his death, his identity was a closely guarded state secret, and not even his mom knew that he was responsible for creating the Soviet space program. Just imagine it. Even your mom, even your relatives didn't know that he was like a genius. Yes, the Soviet genius. And we're going to the question number 5. I think it's kind of simple question for Russians, but it could be kind of tricky questions for others. Who was the first cosmonaut? His space flight was on April 12 in 1961. What is his surname? What is his surname? They're just 7 letters. What is his surname? We're waiting for the results. Yes. You have 10 seconds. And who is going to be the leader to win our just prize? This is one of the prizes. Time is over. And yes, the surname is Gagarin. That was the right question. Let's have a look. Yes, let's have a look at the leaderboard and who is going to be the carry this race. I see there is Tabita. Tabita is still the leader. Congrats to Tabita. And also Tiger, he was the fastest. And Christopher. They're just 3 first places. Well, all right, let's go further. The first successful human spaceflight was Vostok 1, carrying the 27-year-old Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin on 12 April in 1961. The spacecraft completed one orbit around the globe, lasting about 1 hour and just 48 minutes. Gagarin's flight resonated around the world. It was a demonstration of the advanced Soviet space program, and it opened an entirely new era in space exploration, human space flight. It was an unbelievable success for all humans. Moreover, it showed up that humans, we can conquer limits and investigate the nature of space. That's it. And the next question, the question number 6. I think you are ready. The question number 6. What countries competed in the space race in the 1960s and 1980s? There should be the first country, this is the former Russia, and the word and then another country. For the first name of the country is the former Russia, then use the word and then another country. Please, 10 seconds. Waiting for your results. Don't forget of usage the word and. Time is over. The correct answer is USSR and USA. I think there is a USA and US, United States of America, USA, USSR, USA, Soviet Union, US, USA, Russia, Russia, and USA. I think later we will analyze all of your answers, and we will try to find the person who answered the right in most ways, and then we will just send you the results actually. But the right answer is USSR and USA. Well, let's go further. Since the first satellite was launched in there's a leaderboard. That's it. Since the first satellite was launched in 1950, in 1957, and the man flew into space in 1961. The space race started between the USSR and USA. The USSR demonstrated an early lead in the race with this and other firsts over the next few years, reaching the moon for the first time with the lunar program by employing robotic missions. But US President John Fitzgerald Kennedy raised the stakes by setting a goal of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. Kennedy's moon landing goal was achieved in July in 1969 with the flight of Apollo 11, a singular achievement considered by the Americans as overshadowing any combination of Soviet achievements that have been made. However, such an opinion is generally contentious, with others attributing the first man in space as being a much larger achievement just than landing to the moon. And meanwhile, the US landed 5 more Apollo crews on the moon, and they continued exploration on other extraterrestrial bodies robotically. The scheme shows the history of Soviet space exploration. Many events happened in 1960s. For instance, 1962, first probe launched to Mars. 1963, first woman in space, Valentina Tereshkova. 1965, first extravehicular by Alexei Leonov, first human spacewalk. 1966, first probe on lunar orbit. 1970, first robotic space rover Lunokhod on the moon. 1961, first space station. 1965, first probe to orbit Venus to make a soft landing on Venus, first photos from the surface of Venus, Venera 9. 1984, first woman to walk in space, Svetlana Savitskaya. 1986, first crew to visit 2 separate space stations, Mir and Salyut 7. 1988, first fully automated flight of a space plane, Buran. The space race ended in 1991 as the Soviet Union was destroyed. So it means that the space race between USSR and USA also was destroyed because another country called Russia and other former countries, like former regions of Soviet Union, they were separated from each other. And we are coming closer to the question number 7. Yes, it's a simple question. It's fully simple question. It's abbreviation. What is ISS? What is it? I will give you a hint. The first word is international. International what? Just 3 words. International, SS. What does it mean, SS? Waiting for the results. You have 10 seconds more. We have already 8 answers. 10 answers. Great. Time is over. And it's, of course, it's International Space Station for sure. It's International Space Station. And there is one more than one right question. So let's see the leaderboard. The next, yes. Let's see who is the leader right now. It seems that Tabitha and Christopher, Tiger and Dea, they're just like in the top of the competition, right? So I wish you good luck, guys, and I wish good luck to all of you. And also Valerie, she was the fastest who answered the question. Congrats to you. And good luck to other participants. As I mentioned before, Salyut 1 was the first space station of any kind launched into low Earth orbit by the Soviet Union. But International Space Station is currently the only fully functional space station inhabited continuously since the year 2000. It is a modular space station habitated artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. It is a multinational, actually, collaborative project involving 5 participating space agencies: NASA, United States, Roscosmos, Russia, JAXA, Japan, ESA, Europe, and CSA, Canada. So we are getting closer to the modern history of space flights, and thanks to astronauts researching in outer space, we can implement space resources in daily life. We use navigation systems, internet, SOS signals, connections, and so on. On this peak, you can see how space is useful for us. Modern technologies and enthusiasm help people to create private space companies as Elon Musk's SpaceX, build private cosmodromes. We can even travel to space and achieve just one more goal for making space an affordable opportunity for journey. Space is no more a dream. Space dream came true, and we are pleased to take everything from space exploration. And Russia still holds high positions in space development. There is a map of Russian scientific and research centers and universities of aerospace industry, and you can see that Samara is also one of the main aerospace center, as we have our university, Samara National Research University. We have commercial space center, scientific educational center, engineering of the future. We have our plants, and so on. And finally, we are ready to answer the last question of the game. Good luck. How many planets are there in the solar system? Just write the number. Not letters, just the number. Just the number. Please don't use any letters. Use numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who knows? 8 people already know, actually. Yes, 5 seconds to answer the question. 10 people already answered. This is such a great job, actually. And time is over. 8. There is 8 planets. The correct answer is 8. And who is the leader right now? Who is the leader? We will see in the leaderboard. What a competition. What a tough competition. Yes, and Tabita. Tabita is the leader of this game. Congrats to you, Tabita. We will send you our prizes. Yes. And actually, I would like to inform you that we will send you our prizes by the post. So we will just write you after the end of this live and just send you our prizes via post using your address. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to all of the participants who participated in the quiz. But we continue our journey, space journey around Samara and Russia. And I would like to tell you why there are 8 planets, not 9. There are 8 planets in the solar system: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Yes. After Pluto, the 9th planet, was discovered in 1930, it was declared to be the 9th planet from the Sun. Beginning in the 1990s, its status as a planet was questioned, following the discovery of several objects of similar size of the Pluto in the Kuiper Belt, and the scattered disk, including the dwarf planet Eris. So that led the International Astronomical Union in 2006 to formally define the term planet, excluding Pluto and reclassifying it as a dwarf planet. So that's why Pluto is no more a planet that included in the solar system. So there's 8 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. There's only 8. And I would like to thank you for listening, and thank you for participating in our quiz. It was really funny. And we see already the results. Congrats to Tabita, congrats to all of you guys who participated in our quiz. But we are going to go Fyodor, what is going to be the next? See you in several seconds.
So, dear friends, before I start, I would like to tell you thank you very much for your active comments in YouTube. Let's continue to do the comments, or just maybe type in something in our WhatsApp chat and continue our streams. And let's briefly discuss some historical facts about space industry in the USSR, as you can read here, but I will tell you also. And as you know, the first idea of the space flight was expressed by the founder of the practical cosmonautics, the Russian scientist Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. Hop, так, I will, hop. Cool. Yes, I can do with the clicker to change the slide. So magic, like space magic. So the next step of the development in the space industry was, as you see, in 1933, when engineers of Moscow Group for the Study of Jet Propulsion, number 9, under the leadership of Sergei Korolev, now you know who is it, conducted tests of the external rocket of hybrid fuel, GIRD-9, and it could fly the height of the 400 meters, and it was totally flight for near 18 seconds. In 1938, work of liquid-fueled rockets in the USSR was interrupted due to the arrest of the Korolev, but he returned of the creation of the ballistic missiles only in 1945. So as you count, just 7 years, USSR has like a little bit stops of the continual rocket industry. And his help launched to the first satellite and the first rockets to the space, as you know. So let's go next. And now it's time to pause in the topic of talk about Samara and Samara space industry in the USSR. And let's return to Samara space industry, yes. So interesting fact that the Soviet period, Samara city was called Kuybyshev between 1935 until 1991, and in honor of the famous revolutionary Valerian Kuybyshev. And you can see the postcard from the Soviet time. So we appeared to the Samara time, clicker. Next. Oh, cool. And let's discuss two questions. First of all, why Samara was the second capital of Russia and the USSR period? Most likely were due to the geographical factors. Why? You can see the map of Russia and you can find Samara, yes, it looks like red hearts. It's not our Photoshop activity, it's just real map of Russia. So, firstly, the proximity from the front. Secondly, Samara is one of the most important railway hubs in the state. From here is the direct communication with the Urals, with the Far East, Central Asia, and other direction. And finally, the White Volga, which very defended from the city from the west. The mobilization plan, what the mention of Samara's name is one of the section was carefully developed into beside the war. So as you can see, Samara located in the good geographical position, that's why it was the second capital. So let's go next. Cool. Why Samara was the center of aerospace and space industry? During the Second World War, many factories were evacuated to our city due to geographical position, of course, and most of them produced plants and other aerospace equipment. After war, these factories contributed to the work, and USSR became one of the leaders of the aerospace industry. Samara, the previous name Kuybyshev, was also the important in the Soviet Union period of Russia in the space program too. The Vostok rocket was assembled here. That's why Samara has been a closed city for several years, and some factories are still working in our city. The city parts in the space exploration is detailed in the Cosmic Space Samara Museum. You can see there are a lot of exhibitions in this museum, and it's open from 2007. Yes, and this museum located near the rocket. You saw in the space our CT2 streams, and now you can see the rocket later. Let's wait. So, and also in April 2012, Samara region officially launched the Innovation Territorial Aerospace Cluster, and the cluster consolidation all majority areas of aerospace industry, from engine and aircraft manufacturing to rocket and small spacecraft design and assembly. Since variation give the substantial advantages, this should be forced with the local and international partnership. So as you see, Samara, like a space capital, know from the whole world. I think you listen a lot of information about Samara, but parallel you try to understand where Russia city, this location, where Samara, how you find, and how many rockets stay in the Samara, how to find, and something like that. So let's fill the geographical gap, and I would like to say again hello to Lada, and she prepare you something interesting activity. Just prepare your fingers to write comments and to maybe tea or coffee to enjoy the viewer. So, ready, steady, continue.
Hello there again, and thanks to Masha for just absolutely wonderful history of the space, of Soviet space, and especially Samara's space history. Thanks to Masha. And what we are going further. As you already know, Russia is the biggest country in the world. It covers 1/8 of the Earth's land, actually. Yeah, that's a lot. However, what do we know about Samara city, the space capital of Russia, as we call it? Let's try to find out the city's location. First of all, let's find Russia. Yeah, and here it is. It extends from Baltic Sea to the Pacific Ocean, from the Arctic Ocean to the Black Sea and the Amur River on the south. And here you can see Samara's region. It's in the shape of the heart, as Masha said. It's the heart of the Volga area. Samara's region is one of the leaders of the space and automobile industry of Russia. It borders 4 Russian regions: Saratov, Ulyanovsk and Orenburg regions, and Tatarstan Republic, and also Kazakhstan on the south. And it's time to find Samara city. Let's zoom. Yes, it's located on the Volga's loop. Yes, you can see the loop in the middle of the Volga stream. The population of this city is like 1,144,759 citizens. It's the 8th biggest city in Russia. It's a huge economic, logistic, scientific, educational, and cultural center core. Samara National Research University. Where is it? It's a Russian studying and research center in the field of aerospace engineering, social, technical, economic, and environmental studies. It's the leading Russian university with more than 15,000 students from all over the world. There is a huge range of bachelor and master programs, as well as PhD studies. And we mentioned that Samara National Research University have many interesting courses, and moreover, we have even our own airfield. Let's find it. Where is Samara's airfield? Yes, that's it. This is the training airfield of the Department of Institute of Aerospace Engineering. Here is our airfield, where we can find many types of aircraft. Let's go there. We mentioned that Samara is well known for the aerospace industry. Yeah, that's in Samara. So let's find some important aviation and space plants and centers on the map. The first point is the Progress Rocket Space Center. It's a Russian joint stock company under the jurisdiction of Roscosmos State Corporation, responsible for space science and aerospace research. It was the developer of the famous Soyuz FG rocket that was used for crewed space flight, as well as the Soyuz U that was for launching uncrewed probes. And moreover, You already seen during our city tour that we have the rocket in the real size, so let's find it. Where is the rocket of the real size? Yes, that's it. It's located closer to the center of Samara city. The next point is the aviation plant called Aviacorps. The plant constructs, repairs, maintains, and supplies spare parts for passenger aircraft. Yes, let's go next. This is Aviacorps. In USSR, this plant was one of the largest plants in the aviation industry. For more than half a century, the plant produced Tupolev, Antonov, and Ilyushin-designed aircraft. During the Great Patriotic War, or as you call it, the Second World War, the factory produced 15,099 Ilyushin Il-2s. Another aviation plant was invented for constructing and producing leading gear for aircraft of various types, such as Sukhoi Superjet 100, Il-96, 204, An-32, An-148, and others. What is the heart of aircraft? Its engine. There is an engine plant named Kuznetsov, but we also have this was Aviaggregat. Yes, thanks. Yes, engine is the heart of the aircraft. This is the engine plant named Kuznetsov, located in the Samara city. It's one of the leading Russian producers of aircraft engines, liquid propellant rocket engines, as well as aeroderivative gas turbines and modular stations. Well, I hope that now you know more facts about the aviation and space industry in Samara city. But let's meet more closely with Samara city. What do you think, Masha? I think it will be a great idea. Yes, I give a word to my colleague Masha. See you there.
Hello dear friends. If you remember our city tour, you maybe enjoy the view of rockets, but let's do it again, because as for me, rocket is one of the interesting places of our city. So yes, say hello to the rocket and let's describe it. Many rockets were designed by engines and engineers of the Kuybyshev factories, and they were produced here. City has a lot of space symbolic, for example, monuments, names of the street and metro station also. We have, as you see now the video, real rocket. Yes, a Soyuz rocket was installed on the 1st of October in 2001. Yes, the same year as we have new one railway station in Samara. You can find the picture later. So, and why this date was chosen? Because the 4th anniversary of the first manned flight. Yuri Gagarin, the surname of his human who made the first step to the space exploration, I think you know. So, it is a tribute to the memory of the Kuybyshev workers and space exploration by the Soviet people. A R-7 rocket dates from 1984. Yes, it's the date of where this rocket, as you can see, was produced. Now you can see the monument of the Kozlov. Kozlov, one of the great engineers of the Soviet period, but we will return to the rocket, don't worry. And let's continue to talk about the rocket, because this is a Soyuz spacecraft and other model that has actually been in space. Yeah, really been in space. It's not a big Lego puzzle, no, it's a real rocket. So, dear friends, now it's like a special interactive. I think you love interactives today. Please write in comment your prediction about the height of the rocket. Yes, maybe you can find some special tools and try to understand how many rockets are in the height. Yes, write your prediction. I will take my phone to check your comments. Yes, and who knows, maybe you will be absolutely right. I hope you don't ask Google. So, okay. Oh, thank you, thank you. I saw the first idea, but let's continue a little bit and then we will return. I want to pay your attention that this type of rocket launched into the space in 1881 times. Yes, 1881 times you can find Soyuz in the space from the fall period. The weight of the rocket is 20 tons. So, and what about the height? The height of the rocket, Slada, thank you very much. And oh, Patrick, thank you very much. Yes, you are closer, but no, because Slada was more closer. Oh, thank you for your comments, dear friends, so many comments. The height of the rockets is 53.4 meters. Yes, this is the only vertical motion Soyuz launch appeared in Europe. So, near the rocket located the Cosmic Museum of Samara Space. You can find the Cosmic Samara Space Museum. You can see it now. Yes, it looks like a big part of the constructor, like Lego, but not Lego, it's a building. And I would like to tell you this is the museum of the modest size that nevertheless holds some of the key attractions of the Soviet space program and enable visitors to share some of the experience of astronaut. Display explain the development of the rocket engine, and also, as for me, the very interesting fact that visitors gain some insights into life on the spacecraft, and especially about the able to see some space sample of the food. Yes, for example, like a Cosmos Borscht. Dear friends, what about your Russian cuisine experience? Please write, do you enjoy Russian cuisine or not, especially borscht? And we will go next.
Thanks a lot, Tomasz. Now we know more about the space in Samara City. But we already answered questions about the solar system, and now you can see the objects of the planets. Last year was the 16th anniversary of Yuri Gagarin's, the first astronaut, space flight. Several space-themed objects appeared in Samara in the winter of 2022. A special space appeared near the Samara Arena Stadium. The Space Harbor, a large open-air museum and exhibition area was open here. Residents and guests of the region are greeted by a 10-meter figure of an astronaut with a coat of arms of the Samara region, as well as 5-meter inflatable models of the planets of the solar system. Nearby, there are space stations where you can learn interesting facts about our galaxy, planets, rocket size, and the first conquerors of space. And we had a chance to see the full picture from the sky. Yeah, you can see there is a Mars, and we're coming closer to the Earth. Yes, and also you can see the stadium. This is the stadium that hosted 6 matches during the FIFA World Cup in 2018. Even the quarterfinal, yes, between Sweden and England. So yes, here it is, and also you can see the cosmonaut. But yes, that's it. Let's go further.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Lada, for commenting so such a beautiful video about planet. And I would like to tell you that, dear friends, if you will come to Samara on January or maybe in the beginning of February, you can also make some funny photo with this planet. As for me, for example, I tried to do it. It was very funny. But let's meet this place where we are now. Yes, now you see that we are not at home, not in some special studio, where we are in the boiling point in the Samara National Research University. Yes, and it proudly bears the name of the Sergei Korolev, and it's recognized as a national research university. The university has always been in the front lines of advance in the research in technology, resolving important economics, social and political issues, and contributing to the glory of the Russian higher education, and it's still now also do there. So I again try to use clicker works, so let's go next. In 2013, university won a grant for entering the International University ranking and become one of the 15 top university in Russia. Yeah, pay attention, that Samara University, big and cool. Let's come to us and check. So, okay. At present, Teaching and Research University in Samara is organized 7 institutes. You can find the name of the institute on the slide. Yes, and maybe try to count. Yes, there are 7 institutes. Wow. So, as you see, Samara University is a big family and they are open for new friends. So, as I told you before, our university named after Sergei Korolev, and you can also find the buste at the campus of our university, and it is installed in his honor at the university campus. So, Sergei Pavlovich Korolev was a leader, Soviet rocket engineer and spacecraft designer during the space race between the United and the USSR. Now I think you know the participant of the space race, and if, for example, tomorrow somebody come to you and ask, you will absolutely tell the information. And also you know a lot of Korolev, because his energy, intelligence, belief in the prospect of space flight, managerial ability and skills in decision making, or you also have decision making class, made him the head of the first Soviet Rocket Development Center. And he deserved the most credits for turning rockets weapon into the instrument of the space exploration and making the Soviet Union the world's first space fighting nation. So, as you know, you can see the picture, then Korolev talking with Gagarin. Each student, teacher and worker of Samara University, of course, are proud of Korolev's achievement. And you can find also a real space plane near the main building of the university. Yes, I would like to show you the next. Wow. Show you the next, thank you very much, dear helper, the next picture. And you can see the buste of Sergei Korolev, as I told you before, and also this interesting object. What is it? Yes, it's real rocket on the typical territory of Russian university. Yes, sounds very dangerous, but what is it? This is a energy Buran, the name of this object, and this start weight in, by the way, 2,375 tons. Yes, the start weight of this object. Buran was the first space plane to be produced as a part of the Soviet and now Russian Buran's program. Besides describing the first operational Soviet shuttle orbiter, Buran's was also the designation for the entire Soviet space plane project and its orbiters, which were known as the Buran class orbiters. So it sounds very interesting, but before we see some short video, because I think you need to understand how winter in Russia now, I would like to tell you that each student who graduates Samara University has 2 photos. First of all, photo with the diploma, mama and maybe grandfather standing near the Samara University, do like this one. And the next photo is, of course, with Buran, especially like a jump. For example, you can find Buran and Samara University. There are a lot of photos of our students with diplomas near this building. So let's check how many snow walls in Samara and how looks the buste of Korolev and Buran here. By the way, you can see now Korolev video. Please write in comments which superheroes you remember when you saw this video. So let's enjoy the Samara winter again. So, dear friends, and now I'm more than happy to what to give awards to Lada, because she would like to tell you some interesting information. Before I stand in here, I would like to tell you thank you very much for sharing your ideas and also for comment about your favorite planet. For example, as for me, my favorite planet is Earth. Yes, so Lada is coming to the streams with your comment and to see.
Yes, yes.
What
Hello
is it?
there again. Thanks a lot for
And
all
Masha
of your comments.
will go.
And thanks to Masha for giving such a generous information about the Samara National Research University. And yes, I see your comments about your favorite planets. It's like Pluto, Uranus, what else? Mars, Earth, and so on. Yes. Thanks for sharing all of your ideas in our comment chat on YouTube. So what is going to be the next, probably you will ask? The next is going to be the video about one of the museums of Samara University. And this is the center of aviation and rocket engines. Yes. As we told you before, aerospace industry is one of the main industries in Samara's region, and especially in Samara city. And Samara National Research University, former as Samara State Aerospace University, is one of the leading universities during the aerospace industry. So that's why our engineers, they can produce aircraft, and moreover, they can produce engines, aviation and rocket engines. So let's see the video from the Center of Aviation and Rocket Engines.
The exhibits of this museum are called a collection of advanced engineering ideas in a metal shape. Samara Aerospace University's Centre of Aero Engines History has the biggest exhibition in the world, about 100 items. Students can see each detail and explore the mechanisms. This helps university graduates to create high technology. Our foreign colleagues say that we use a so-called Russian teaching method here. It means that students and engineers are learning not only from books, pictures and screens, they have access to real machinery, and they can feel and explore the mechanisms. We consider an engineer a professional only when he makes his first machine by his own hands. This collection is the evidence of outstanding achievements of Soviet and Russian engineers. Many engines of the Museum of SSAU are the only ones of their kind. The center was opened in 1991, but its collection has been gathered since the foundation of the Aerospace University. One of the main functions of this entity is teaching. The government of those times issued a decree to provide universities with modern machinery. Step by step, we gathered a collection, which today is the biggest in the world. The Samara Center of Aero Engine History developed a methodology to maintain the continuity between generations of engine constructors. These exhibitions are visited by university students, school children and working engineers who come to SSAU for further training. Our foreign visitors are amazed, since we exhibit all domestic types of engines. Unexpectedly, our guests witness the most advanced level of engineering. We exhibit the best engines of all times. Our aerospace industry was once the global leader. It's Russia's national heritage, and it should be presented appropriately, so that everyone could see it. The majority of this collection belongs to the city of Samara. Samara is the largest aerospace center in Russia. Today, SSAU Museum of Aero Engines is not just a historic place. It's a laboratory in which the evolution of technical schools is explored with the help of comparative analysis and modern electronic databases. This knowledge is a foundation for forecasting industry development. This means that machines with the label Made in Samara will set the vector of future development of the entire aerospace industry.
Hello there again. Hello from Samara National Research University. Actually, it was the last point of our life for today.
But dear friends, don't be crying because it's not the last day of our cultural program, and I think you will have interesting cultural programs next, for example, tomorrow and also. And today we hope that you know about space something interesting.
Yes, we hope that you really boost your knowledge in the space industry, not only of the Soviet Union, but in general for the whole world. And we would like to appreciate your activity in the chat, right, Masha?
Yeah, thank you very much. Today was like a peak of your activity from the whole cultural programs of our school. Thank you very much for this.
Yes, we would like to thank you again for being with us. Thank you for participating in the questionnaire. Thank you for being so active, and thank you for following us. So what is it about tomorrow? Tomorrow we are going to play again what, Masha?
Quiz!
Yes, we will play the quiz, but I promise it will be much more easier than today's.
And I think now you will be like a quiz guru after quiz days.
Yes.
So, but don't worry if you don't like quiz, because on Wednesday you will like the culture program, absolutely sure. Yes.
Yes. So for tomorrow we are going to play the quiz again, so don't miss it. And I think it's time to say bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Please write in comments or maybe in WhatsApp chat how it was for you. And have a nice evening.
Bye-bye. Пока-пока.
Спасибо.